Hey guys, how we doing? Hope everybody hope everybody had a great weekend. Again, I really appreciate the response and the likes and the comments. The whole format of wait, please wait was something I've never done before. As far as again, I like the concepts of those kind of songs where they do the repeats and stuff like that. But I've never tried to write anything like that. Again, before I've gotten to this type of, I guess, opportunity with the whole AI, I didn't know how any of this would sound. And I feel like to kind of do this stuff, you really need to me, again, my dream being, it would be to sit in a room with an artist and be like, all right, let's, kind of like, let's collaborate. Like, here's my idea with as far as where I'm going with my song, my lyrics, but you're the one that brings it obviously to life. Otherwise it's spoken word, or I can sit here and do this, kind of stuff all day long and read and break down my lyrics. But, so that's kind of like, to me, it's like, that's what the working with the AI side of it is, I get to make the, almost like, again, sitting into the room in a room with an artist and being like, all right, here's what I want to do. And then I plug it in and go and then all right, let's try another revision of it or whatever. And so that's kind of like the again, the idea is writing this and then seeing how it comes out. In a real world, I would be able to sit in a room with an artist and be like, all right, let's let's collaborate and hear it actually come to life. And they would obviously maybe be singing it or whatever, playing. I don't know. I mean, I guess, but just whatever, however, it would work with them specifically. But that's at least right now how I'm working is with the AI and doing it that way and just saying, okay, here's what my idea is, my vision. With it, and then the AI is my quote unquote artist that I get to work with. The videos I'm trying to, I hope at least they're looking a little bit more entertaining. That's not my forte by any means, but I am trying to at least create a little bit more of a visual behind the lyrics. I think, to me, a music video is so important. And I really love music videos and think they do nothing but add and if anything, sometimes even like launch a song further, where sometimes it's like I'll hear a lyric or hear a song, and then it's like you see the video and it's like, oh my gosh, there's a whole bigger connection to everything. So I'm trying to, again, very rudimentary with the tools that I'm working with, but I'm trying to make them at least a little bit more entertaining, and a little bit more something that kind of hopefully also relates to the lyrics too. I'm trying to find things that I can see, or create things that are again somewhat relatable and entertaining. And then the comments too that I'm putting on the videos are trying to be a little bit more engaging. Obviously you can see these last couple of videos that I put out probably are a little bit different than the normal comments that I'm leaving. And so that's just to kind of continue to engage and then hopefully grow and build this community that kind of I've already started. So that's hopefully you guys are enjoying that, and then hopefully it kind of continues to make you think and kind of bring everything full circle with the lyrics and my message and what I kind of intended. And again, like I've always said, if you're hearing a different message or you're feeling a different way with some of these lyrics, and it's speaking to you in a different way, let it do that by all means. Like this is just because I quote unquote painted a picture doesn't mean I did it a certain way and had my own thoughts when I created this, doesn't mean it has to be the same thing to you. Now, on a complete left field, this song today is first and foremost, let me shout out Wheels for Music, Erickson. You guys need to ultimately reach out to this guy. He is I don't know if you wizard, alien, just this otherworldly, as far as what he can do, and so he was a collaborator on this project. I mainly wrote the lyrics and everything, and then I had AI again create an idea with it, and then kind of gave it to Eric to run with, and it was, I mean, like again, you'll see once I ultimately release the snippets and the full song, what he was able to do. But I mean, just amazing how he was able to take what I had here, just little tiny things, and I'll kind of explain it as I go through it, but create the full picture. It's phenomenal what the guy can do. So regardless of if it's music or whatever, he's a brilliant, amazing person, and very smart individual. So look to collaborate with him in a lot of different ways if you're looking for that. But let me break down the lyrics. So this song is just completely like, this is one of those just stupid fun, like, you know, I just wanted to write a dumb, like one of those, hey, you know, almost nonsensical, I guess, if you will, type songs. And so this is just, I was sitting at home or sitting downstairs, and I was just kind of like, you know, the again, a lot of this whole thing, songs that come to me are really just one lyric or something, an idea that just pops in, and it's like, okay, you know, a lyric starts, and it just, then it grows, and so the first lyric was, yo, I need a haircut. So the first verse is, yo, I need a hair, or the first part of it is, yo, I need a haircut. I don't know that I need to break this down as much, because it's just a lot of stupid fun. Just, it's supposed to be a fun song. So if there's things that I feel like I'll break down, but I don't think I'll break down. I'll just go through it. But yo, I need a haircut. Then just because my homie says I dared ya, I might just go and kick a bear's butt. Save your opinion. Nope, I don't care much. Run this game. Bitch, I'm about to tear it up. I can't be stopped. So hot, I make the corn go pop. He got burned by the block. She got turned when she dropped. I'm not the type of problem that you want. I'm known to always turn it up. I got 'em moving in the front. I got 'em bobbing in the back. My lights turned down. There we go. Oh, whew. I got them moving in the front. I got them bobbing in the back. You ain't leaving unless you come, baby. I'm just stating facts. So that's the first verse there, and then the pre-chorus is, I get down on the funk when the funk hit right, baby, bouncing that trunk when the beat comes alive. And then you'll see the idea of it with this one is it kind of repeats. So when the beat comes alive, when the beat comes alive, when the beat comes alive, kind of thing. And so again, Eric did a phenomenal job with just kind of creating that. The AI had a kind of an idea that it started with, and then he just took it and again, like, did his own little alien work that he does. And so it sounds phenomenal now with the spacing and everything. And then the chorus goes into unfasten your seatbelt, let's get ready to move. Every body part bounce when the speakers go boom. Get lost in the music till your mind gets confused. And when life says, okay, explicit, fuck you, scream, fuck you too, fuck you too. When life says fuck you, scream, fuck you too. So again, sorry, whatever, but it's just a fun, just whatever song, like, so so when I originally wrote this, it was kind of, so a shout out to my sister, actually, because when I originally wrote this, like, I didn't have any real vision to it. I just was like, this is, you know, kind of, but I really liked what AI did with it. When I put it into the AI, I was like, oh my God, I kind of like it. So when I originally had it, and again, this is where Eric comes in too. So I had the verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus, and then I actually went back into the pre-chorus and the chorus, and I was like, whatever, you know, like, it just was a bouncy, fun song, like, you know, just something stupid. But then when I was like, my sister was like, you should really actually put a second verse to that, because you know, this is kind of a catchy song. So I was like, all right, you know, but when I've always worked with AI and trying to do remixes, like I've told you guys, even just the smallest of things, it always messes up. And same thing with this. I couldn't get it the way that it would just always change, and I could never get it the way I wanted it to sound. And so I reached out to Eric, and I was like, yo, is there a chance you might be able to help me with this? And again, like, you'll hear what happened. And so I this is what I had the verse, the pre-chorus, and then the chorus. And then my sister was like, again, you should maybe write some more. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I wrote a little second verse. Again, this is just a fun, stupid song. So the second verse now is, I got 'em tweaking from the speakers, leave 'em all with the fever. Now, this is where the whole collaboration comes in, because I originally had, I'm a dog with a heater. Again, it's stupid. There's not a whole lot of sense to it. So it's not like I'm not gonna break this stuff down. But so it wasn't fitting completely. It really didn't even sound right too. So when I gave it to Eric, Wheels for Music, whatever, he was able to take it and tweak it. We removed "I'm a dog" and that whole lyric, and put in I got him tweaking from the speakers, leave them all with the fever. And then I had a bunch of other words, but then we took out the "I'm a dog" with the heater, and it just says, got a heater blowing smoke in the ether. I don't give a fuck either. In a rust out beater. On top of that, only a 2-seater. Speaking with the parking meter maid. Maybe you can spare some change. Never mind, I'll just move it to a different space. Soon it'll be mine. Maybe just a different day. I'm about to make 'em pay. Regret ever looking the other way. 'Cause when they look back, I'ma be the fat cat. So, okay. Whatever. Like, it's fun, stupid lyrics that are just, they're bouncy or whatever. But again, you hear the song. It's a fun song. And then we go back into the chorus. The pre-chorus, in the chorus, which again, we already went over and everything. So, if you want to hear it again, rewind. But whatever, so again, I'm not gonna share like the original version, just to kind of show you what Eric was able to do with it and how he improved it. Just know that there was an original version that didn't even have a second verse. When I tried to plug the second verse in, it sounded nothing like it would change it. It would change the chorus. It would change the original sound and how it sounded. It would never just add the second verse the way I wanted. And then, actually, a really quick, funny story. Quick, yeah, right. As they all my stories. But anyway, so when I sent it to Eric, I was like, okay, here's what I would love for you to do if you're able to do this. He did it completely. Sent it over to me. Not even that long. I somehow sped up my messages between him and me it was Facebook Messenger. I somehow sped them up. So I was like, dude, what did you do? Why'd you speed up the music? And it was all like, he sent me so many revised versions. And it was like, dude, what do you like? He's like, I don't think I can slow it down much more without it starting to sound really weird. And I was like, even your voice messages, because he would send me messages that are, his voice just chatting with me. I'm like, even those are coming through fast. And oh my God, lo and behold, I found out I had somehow hit double speed on the messages. So he had been sending me, and I was like telling him to revise it, or asking him to revise it or whatever. And it was like, the one he originally sent me was basically the original. I mean, everything sounded perfect, but I'm glad I kind of did that, because because he was like, oh, if it's sounding too fast, I need to take out some words, and that's when he did the original. He did revise and took out the "I'm a dog," and again, I mean, it made it sound perfect. And so you'll see the snippets. Again, thank you so much, Eric, for all the work that you did with this, Wheels for Music. Again, you might have seen him on my page. He comments on some of my stuff. So again, if you guys do see that, if you see a comment or a love, whatever you see from him, check out his stuff. He's mind-blowing stuff that the guy does. Just some crazy out of the world stuff. Get your big boy pants on, because it's definitely some grotesque, gruesome stuff, but it's a lot of fun. So again, thank you so much for that, and again, thank you guys all for everything. This is kind of a longer video, but again, I hope you guys are rocking with it. Snippets will be coming out this week. This should be a fun one. I hope you guys really enjoy this. It was again a crazy, different, just weird, bouncy song, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a cool message, I feel like. So anyways, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you guys, and stay tuned for snippets.